Welcome to the Cabral Concept, where board-certified naturopath and integrative health practitioner Dr. Stephen Cabral shares how he was diagnosed at the age of 17 with a life-altering illness and given no hope for recovery. It was only after studying and traveling all over the world did he discover how to combine ancient Ayurvedic healing practices with state-of-the-art naturopathic and functional medicine to fully rebalance the body and re-energize it with life. It's time to discover how to get well, lose weight, and finally feel alive again. And now, here's your host, Dr. Stephen Cabral.
Welcome back, everyone. Great to have you here. Excited, as always, to start our week off with our Motivation and Mindset Monday. I want to start it off with a quote from the amazing Tony Robbins, who was actually mentored by one of my favorites, Jim Rohn. Jim Rohn passed away a few years back, but Tony Robbins obviously has done an amazing job carrying on that torch. But it was either attributed to Tony Robbins or Jim Rohn. We'll give them both credit if we'd like. But basically, there's this great quote that says this, that most people major in minor things in life. So we'll get into what exactly that means, but it is the crux behind why most people find themselves 12 months from now, so 1 year later exactly, or pretty much exactly where they are right now. So think about it. Sometimes we don't even take a step back, and that's why we don't realize this. But if you think about it, in the 5 major areas of life, meaning your overall health, your body transformation, weight loss, weight gain, muscle gain, whatever it might be, career, could be finances, right? Something that you love doing. And then also you have your relationships and your spirituality. Think about it. Are you better off right now, basically a year later, right? We're closing out the year. So are you better off right now in terms of your overall health than you were 12 months ago? You should be able to improve your health. That's really the way that it is, even as you're getting older. It's a big misnomer that people have that you should somehow become more sick, more complacent, you have more fatigue, more lethargy, less drive, less energy as you get older. It should not be that way. It really should not. That is something that we've been ingrained to believe, and that is why we allow it to continue to come true. And again, I always share this with you, not because I'm looking for any type of gold star or medal, but I'm 20 years removed or so, not quite, but 20 years removed from being a really sick kid, And when I look at that, I had less energy in my late teens and early 20s than I do right now, 20 years later. There's just no doubt about it. I have way more energy right now. I have way more ambition, way more drive. I've got time for my work. I've got time for my kids. I've got time for my wife. I've got time for my community. And the reason why is because I have the energy and the drive and the ambition, the zest and the vitality for life in order to do those things. But yet I'm getting older. So I just want you to know, again, I don't have any special skills. I always like to tell people that. My genetics are most likely way worse than your genetics. I'm prone to massive amounts of inflammation, massive amounts of histamine issues, massive amounts of leukotriene issues, Th2 dominance, autoimmune issues. Trust me when I tell you, I'm not starting out with the best genetics, okay? But here's the thing. You can use what's called epigenetics in order to be able to quiet the disease-based states of your body and enjoy robust health. I don't have any of those diseases anymore, right? And the thing is, you don't have to either. So that's just one aspect, but that's your health. What about your body? Meaning, are you in better shape this year than you were 12 months ago? And you might say, well, again, I'm getting older. I don't have time. I just had a baby, this, that, and the other thing. I get it. I understand. Listen, I get it. What I want you to answer it is just honestly, because we want to look at next year. Meaning, can next year be better? And I believe that it can. Same with your career. You're still working in a job that you don't love, right? Are you not earning the income that you want to be earning? Same for your relationships. Have your relationships improved? If not, well, then either you have the most amazing relationships in the world, or maybe you haven't been giving them the time, energy that they deserve, right? Or maybe you don't know the exact way, and that's okay too. We can figure that out. And then spirituality. Do you feel more connected in this world now, or do you feel less so? And I think a lot of us maybe do feel less so because of what's happening in the world around us. And that's not uncommon or unnatural either, but maybe we can make this next 12 months getting back to feeling more connected. I think that would be an amazing thing as well. But no matter what it is and what area of your life you're looking to improve, you do need to set goals. And I'll be going over for the next 4 weeks or so specific goal setting, not just this pie in the sky idea of creating a goal. Those things just don't come true, okay? They don't come true for the most part because we don't actually believe they're going to come true. It's almost like, you when you play the lottery, you don't think that it's going to come true necessarily, right? You're not really planning your life around that it's going to come true, or you would have already started looking for the $10 million home and the beautiful cars and all that if you actually believed it was going to come true. But you kind of wait to see if it comes true, and that's not actually believing, right? So we're going to give you a specific way of going about goal setting that's going to help you actually achieve these goals. That's very, very important. So that's going to be a big part of the next few weeks. But even before we get to that, it's one of those things, and I've shared this before, that a lot of times getting well or losing the weight or improving your relationships and finding deeper levels of spirituality, improving your career, it's often a subtractive process. We're doing a lot of the things wrong that are preventing us from actually getting to our goal. Meaning, like, a lot of times we know the path to success, but we're our own worst enemy. And I can be that way with myself as well. So what I'd like to share with you here today is this. That quote by Tony Robbins: most people aren't where they want to be in life because they are majoring in minor things. So here's what that means. So let's take weight loss. It's the easiest example. Most people gain about 8 to 10 pounds, 6 to 10 pounds on the minimum between Thanksgiving and New Year's, right? There's more holiday parties, at least there used to be, right? When we were less in a virtual world. But certainly there's a lot of holiday parties still. There's more eating, there's more drinking, and people gain weight. Oftentimes they're exercising less, right? The weather might be a little colder, they're less active. Either way, there's oftentimes that weight gain over the holidays. So it's obviously not the best thing, and we know that it affects our health. But at the same time, our goal might be already to have lost another 20 pounds or 30 pounds. So here's what it means to major in minor things. You know that you need to lose the weight, but you're saying to yourself, well, I'll just start on January 3rd, which is the first Monday of the new year. That's when I'll get started. And, let's just forget about the next 5 weeks or so. Okay, that's one way to look at it. You certainly can. So what are we doing? We're saying, well, I'm going to be busy over the next 5 weeks. I've got holiday parties. Maybe I have a random birthday in there. I've got a random wedding to go to, all these different things. And, I want to eat a little bit more, drink a little bit more. Okay, so what you're doing is you're prioritizing the fun that you want to have and all of those things. And I totally get it. And I did a podcast just last week about this specific topic. I won't go through it too much today. But really what we're talking about is you can still come up with a plan to enjoy the holidays, right? I talked about it in my Sunday Rewind email, but not necessarily have to gain all that weight. Okay, but that's just a minor point. Now, January 3rd rolls around and you say to yourself, okay, well, what diet plan am I going to choose? What exercise plan am I going to choose? How am I going to actually reach my goal? So you get all caught up in the, well, this person says this, that person says this. I don't know which gym to go to. This one's $10 more a month. I can save if I sign up for 3 months at a time. Maybe I'll go with a personal trainer. So you're going through all of the different scenarios of what you could do rather than ever getting started. That's the bottom line. And you can do this for absolutely anything. Like, let's just take an autoimmune issue, for example. So let's just say you have Hashimoto. So one person's saying, I don't know if I should use iodine, the nutritional supplement, or not. Well, what if I'm taking too much zinc? Or they say, well, should I be using a medication or should I go with a natural glandular? Do I need to look at my gut health or not look at my gut health? Could this be a cortisol issue? And you look at all the different scenarios, and that's all good to look at, except when it stops you from actually doing the work. Same with the relationships, right? You start to think about, oh, should I use this dating site? Should I, go out with my friend's recommendation? Should I, talk with that person at work that I've been thinking about speaking with? And so you've got all these different scenarios and you're saying it could do this one, or that one. And yet you still have not chosen one to do. And then sometimes we do actually make a decision. We do make a choice and we make a diet plan. And let's just say we're going to choose a diet plan that is low carb and it's mainly vegetables. Great. And then you're starting the diet plan and you say, you know what? But now I have to go out and I need to shop for all these vegetables. And, I just don't know if I'm going to be able to keep up with this. And you're coming up with all of the different reasons why it may not work, right? Same with career. We haven't talked about career yet. So you're thinking about saying, well, I'm thinking about starting a new line of work. I'm really interested in this. I just don't know if I can make it work. I don't know if I can make the right income. I don't know if clients are actually going to want to work with me. All these different scenarios instead of actually trying to make it work. And the nice thing is this, and I want to share with you the scenario to bust all of those myths. And it's that you're already living your life day to day and you're maintaining whatever it is you're maintaining. Now, you might not be happy with where you're at in life, but you're maintaining that. And you're doing a pretty good job of maintaining where you're at in life. Probably not getting that much worse. You're just kind of not exactly where you want to be. That's where most people are. They're in this kind of weird blah space of not where I want to be, so not too happy. Could be worse. Yeah, it could be worse. So maybe I'll focus on that instead. No, you don't want that, right? You want to focus on the optimal life. That's what you want to do. And the only way to get there is to actually choose a particular action to move forward, one particular plan. But here's the nice thing. It doesn't have to be the perfect plan. So when you're going for, hey, is this the right gym or not the right gym? Is this the right personal trainer or not the right personal trainer? Is this the right diet plan or not the right diet plan? It doesn't honestly matter all that much. I want to repeat that. Whether you get it right the first time really doesn't matter at all. And here's why. Almost no one does. Even if it's the best plan, it still needs to be tweaked a little bit, and we'll get to that in just a second. But let's think about worst case scenario. I've actually gone through this kind of fair planning phase, and this isn't even as bad. Okay, you want to lose weight, you know you need to exercise. Great. So what do? Well, we choose a gym. You're worried about paying $12 a month or not paying $12 a month more, whatever it might be. Well, if you pay a little bit more, maybe it makes you get to the gym, right? Because it's more of a pain point. Okay, so you might try that out. And as long as it's not a year contract and it's just month to month, and most gyms waive initiation fees in December and January anyways, then you sign up. And worst case scenario, you don't use it. Sure, you lose out on that month's gym membership, whatever it might be. You put in your 30-day cancellation, and that's that. And you try the next gym, right? What if you meet with a personal trainer? You don't feel like it's the right workouts for you. If you don't sign up for more than 6 or 12 personal training sessions, you go through those sessions. You say, thank you for your time. I'm going to try it on my own. And you go try it on your own, or you go meet with another personal trainer. And here's the thing. I'm almost guaranteeing you, whether it was the right gym or not, right personal trainer or not, doesn't really matter because they will move you forward. If you are using the gym and you're following a blueprint, a formula of other people have used as a good workout, and a personal trainer will hopefully get you a good workout, you're going to make some progress. There's no doubt about it. The best progress in the world? Will you be as excited or happy with it 3 months or 6 months from now? Maybe not, but you'll be able to up level at that time. And this will have gotten you from point A to point B, right? You still have more to go. That's okay. You might have to get to E, but this has gotten you that far. Same with the diet plan. Follow a diet plan that isn't dangerous. That's my biggest recommendation to you. Follow one that's safe. Follow one that has 7 to 9 servings of fruits and vegetables. If you can't eat fruit on your diet plan, eat more vegetables, right? Get some antioxidants in. I've already talked about it. If you get bloated from vegetables, it's not the vegetable fault. Go check out my previous podcast on that. It's not the vegetables' fault, right? Don't blame them. It's the only fruit and vegetables are the only real produce on the planet that's going to contain the antioxidants that you need. That has been the only diet approved to stave off cancer, right? So if you're going to give yourself a fighting shot not to be those 1 out of 2 people by the year 2030 who gets cancer, you at least want to get some good fruit and vegetables in your diet. I think that's really important, right? And again, if the first 3 weeks or so, because we do that as well with no fruit, okay, yeah, more vegetables, no problem. But again, you have to start it, right? So now you're worried about all the different scenarios of diets. Honestly, choose one. Make sure it has veggies in it. Great, move forward. You can change it 3 months from now. That's the basic plan. Don't worry about everything that could go wrong. And also don't worry about if it's the very best plan in the world, because it prevents you from actually getting started because you're researching so much. Oh, I need to research this. I need to research that. Research the things that are life altering, right? Research the things that if you made the wrong decision, you need to live with it for life. Research those things in depth. Talk with multiple people. You can change your gym. You can change your diet plan. You can even go on a date with someone in your relationship category, right? And say, it didn't work out. Right? It didn't work out. I'm not going on a second date. That's okay. Like, you can work on those specific things. And then career-wise, well, here's the thing. You don't need to quit your current job in most instances if your job ends at 5 o'clock, 5:30 at night. You can start to moonlight, which means after hours, before hours, working on other career avenues. And that's important to look at as well. So here's what we need to understand. The majoring in minor things is getting worried and hung up on all the minor aspects of essentially the plan that you need to get started. What you really need to do is just start. You pick a plan that has already been proven to work by a very large group of people. Then you begin that plan. This is actually now the phase. The phase is the learning now, because you are implementing the plan and you are learning. Meaning, like, you can't learn about what the right gym is for you unless you actually go to a gym. Because when you go to the gym and you start using it, you say, you know what? I actually didn't know that it was going to be this crowded at 5 o'clock at night. Although, of course, you could take a tour of the gym at 5 o'clock at night. But you might say, I was really hoping that it had these types of classes. Or I was really hoping that it had more cables, right? More cable machines. And this one doesn't have any. Okay. The only way that you knew that was actually by joining the gym. Same with hiring a personal trainer or someone, a nutritionist, whatever it might be. It's like, oh, I didn't know that what I was really looking for in a personal trainer was someone to hold me more accountable and push me a little harder than I push myself. The personal trainer that I have right now, they're a little softer than I'd like them to be. I really want them to push me to a greater degree. Now, again, you should tell them that, right? But if they're just not that type of person, that's okay. You can move on to the next one in 12 weeks if you don't find the right fit. But again, you don't know until you get started. It's actually the learning phase. Believe it or not, getting started is learning. And then what do? You do what I just mentioned. You recalibrate. That wasn't the right person to go on a date with. Great, you recalibrate. Or it's with your spouse, your partner. You tried things to make it a better relationship. Oh, that didn't work. Okay, so you try something different. All right, same with your kids. Same with career, right? You're studying for a certification. Okay, oh, I realize it doesn't work for me to study late at night because I'm tired. Okay, so you wake up a half hour earlier, start studying in the morning, right? And so you learn and then you recalibrate. That is the only way that I've ever seen people achieve 100% success. Meaning you get started, you figure out what works for you and what doesn't, you recalibrate, and you begin to grow from that experience because you realize, well, I'm in control here. I actually get to choose, and that's an amazing thing. And then what do? You actually do more because you've realized that the date, the relationship, the personal trainer, the diet plan, the career, whatever it is, it was a good start, but you're more knowledgeable now. You've grown. And so what do? Well, then you pick up that next one. What happens when you pick up the next plan? And it's usually not completely different. It's just a next level up. Well, what do? Now you learn even more because you're doing more. When you do more, you learn more. Then what happens? Oh, you learn that, oh, yeah, this is working, but now I need to tweak this. So you tweak that, which I call recalibrating, right? And then what do? You grow more from that. What do you do when you grow? You hit that next level. What happens when you hit the next level? You've outgrown the level below you, right? So now what do? You kind of move on to the next level of the plan. You meet with the next coach, the next person up, whatever it might be, and you start to learn more about yourself. When you do this, do you believe that you could be anything but successful? It's almost impossible to be unsuccessful. It literally, because you are learning, you're recalibrating, you're growing, you're learning again, recalibrating the plan, tweaking it for you, growing again, and you keep hitting the next level and the next level and the next level. And the only way you get there is to stop majoring in minor things. That means that you don't get hung up on everything that could go wrong and even the little obstacles that you hit along the way, because that's to be expected. And instead, you get started with almost any plan, right? It should be proven, but get started with a plan knowing that you're going to up level in another month, 2 months, 3 months, from whatever it might be. So enjoy the process, right? Enjoy the process because it doesn't necessarily end, because there doesn't necessarily have to be an end to how healthy you can be, how much you can transform your body, your overall relationships, your spirituality, and even your career. So hopefully this was helpful today. I'm happy to take additional questions. Always feel free to leave them in the comments on YouTube or on Instagram. Of course, we're happy to help. So thank you so much for tuning in. Feel free to share the show with anyone you believe it could serve. Thanks so much for tuning in to today's show, and a big announcement we have for you. That is January 10th. January 10th is our next community detox. That means people all over the world, thousands of people all over the world. Our goal is 10,000 this January 10th. completing the EcoLife Detox. That is a functional medicine detox that is going to help you with your overall wellness, get you deeper into autophagy, right? Such an important thing that many of us are hearing about and needing to take advantage of. It's going to help with overall healthy levels of blood sugar, healthy levels of inflammation, healthy levels of balancing hormones, and so much more. So whether you're looking to transform your overall health, your body transformation, weight loss, anti-aging is going to help you with that. If you only do one thing, I'm telling you right now, if you only do one thing to kickstart your 2022, it is the 7, 14, or 21-day detox. Choose the 21-day detox if you're dealing with wellness issues, weight gain issues, or aging-based issues, and if you've never done a functional medicine detox before, which is not a cleanse, it's not teas, it's not juices, it's not any of those things. I don't have a problem with those things, but they are not functional medicine detoxes, which is completely different. And if you've already been doing your functional medicine detoxes, well, then join us for a 7-day detox this January 10th. We will be posting every single day inside of our community support group at cabralsupportgroup.com. Completely free. We'll be cheering you along, providing support, answering your questions. Thousands of people complete this, and we hope you do too. But right now, you can actually get a 7-day detox completely free. It is buy 3, get 1 free. That saves you $99. That means you could join with 3 other friends, 4 other friends, and each save $25, or buy 3, get 1 free, and use them each quarter for 2022. Because if you're following the naturopathic and the Ayurvedic way of detoxing with each season for overall robust health and wellness and body transformation and aging, this is the way to do it. So you can stock up on your entire year's worth and actually get 1 free. So now you have one for January, the beginning of April, beginning of July, and mid-September. Save $99. Head on over to stevencabral.com/shop. That will take you over to the EcoLife site, or go directly to the detox page. Head on over to stevencabral.com/detox to save $99 while supplies last.